Here we are with the cars. An interesting mission we're going on today. Welcome back to another video, 71 Race Team. Here we are in the M5. Realized I recorded like a whole scene, but it wasn't even recording. But yeah, pretty much meeting up with a client. You know, I had to submit some forms with the court with the wet signatures, and there was no way I could do that unless I drove to the court, and I couldn't upload the documents, you know, and electronically file because it wouldn't be a wet signature, nor could I send it over to a third party to submit on my behalf, because I would have to upload it electronically as well and it wouldn't be a wet signature. But regardless, here we are in the early morning. Client decided to drive probably an hour, give or take half an hour, depending on traffic, to come out here. Realistically probably took like an hour and a half to get out here just to meet up. So graciously he was willing to do that, to take the forms to the court himself. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at in the M5. As you guys could see, if I was doing a morning activity, I probably, you know, wouldn't mind taking the M5, but I probably would prefer taking the Lambo. But we had quite a bit of adventures yesterday in the previous vlog in the Lamborghini. But you know, I could never get tired of that car, so I would have liked taking it out this morning. But maybe we'll save the early morning adventures for the Lamborghini for another day. All right guys, just arrived. We are finally back. One of the unfortunate parts about this was I didn't realize how short my pants were until I put them on this morning, and I didn't want to get too dressed up with dress pants. But for some reason, these pants that I used to wear as slacks on top of suit jackets, definitely not as long as it used to.
10 seconds later.
Literally witnessed somebody go from the far right lane, swerve all the way into the far left lane, which turns only left, and then run a red light. And I wish I had that on my 360 camera. And then a couple seconds later, the light actually turns green, and a couple cars on my right side pass by. And I'm like thinking, you know, should I switch lanes to go around the slow truck I'm in behind? And I'm like, okay, I guess I won't, because there's a police car. And I'm like, did the police car not see this person just run this red light, or was the person running away from the police? And that's why they literally came in hella hot, switched lanes, and then, you know, ran the red light. And I'm like, maybe they were running away from the cops, but the cops did not have their lights on whatsoever. The cop was speeding though, and you know, trying to weave through traffic. But you know, even when he pulled up to the red light, he didn't turn on his lights or anything to go past the red light. So I'm like, am I the only one that witnessed all this go down? Or like, does the police not want to spend his freaking early morning chasing this car that is like literally swerving and like going through red lights and shit? I don't know. I wish I had the 360 camera to catch that, because that's probably the craziest shit that I would have caught so far on the camera. Computer chair finally showed up. Actually, I ordered it I think just a few days ago, but regardless, it's finally here. I do need to unbox it, and it probably looks exactly what like you would imagine it to look like, based on this chair, which as you guys could see has seen better days. This whole literally gets bigger probably by day, but this one was a racing quote-unquote gaming chair, so you're in for a treat with this one.
5 hours later.
Finally wrapped up my workday, even though it's basically like 7 already, but I guess that's just how life goes. Now I'm unboxing this, and then pretty much going to spend the rest of my night working on social media stuff like TikTok posts and so on and so forth, including this vlog. I will be working on this vlog as well, actually. So that's my life. I feel like I automatically noticed the seats larger than the one I currently have, and I'm just like, bro, whose big ass is about to sit on this? Here we are not so long after, and it's finally done. The only interesting part about this is the fact that I actually did not use the instructions. So if you guys in the next scene see me at the hospital, then you guys know exactly what happened. Another day of dealing with the cars. Yesterday my dad confirmed that the Mustang in fact is dead, which is not surprising. Jumped it 6 days ago and haven't turned on since. So that is activity for later today. But here are the cars. Damn, those POV vlogs are catching up with my windshield. But I do need to take the plates off the M5. Got one plate off and on to the next one. Got the second one now.
Give me a bag, steady type of cash on my bro and that same shit. No, it don't on lane. Can't even on the same shit. I heard your shit in the swag. That shit is so sad, put in work at that basement. I charge you double that payment. Lil' boy, I'm not one you could play with. I grew up in Brooklyn, left right, I keep looking. If the ops come, then we get to bucking. So sad.
Here with the cars again, many hours later, and we've just been running errands. As you all have seen by the previous scenes, and our first stop was actually AAA to get the license plate situated. The only issue was that as soon as we got out of the car, started walking to the entrance, I randomly remembered that I was supposed to actually bring the car's registration because they wanted the old plates, the new plates, and the registration of the car it's going on. And I didn't write the registration part down, so I completely forgot to take it. So here we are, about to go to AAA again. About to grab food. I'm just waiting for the restaurant to open, actually. And yeah, we went to the DMV, as you guys saw, and I was able to get the place switched, but at the price of over $130, so that caught me completely off guard. The day is pretty much over. Just had dinner, actually. And yeah, putting the plates on. Just finished putting on the front plates. I do need to put the rear plates on, but my registration sticker is expired because obviously this is from a C63 I owned well over a year ago. So I do need to get a little situated with my paperwork over here, and I do need to put on the new stickers for the plates. And you know, I got the March, so I need to update that because that one says February. And I got the 2024 sticker. As I mentioned, or as I believe I mentioned, it ended up costing me over, I think, $131. I did not actually anticipate that it would cost anything at all. But when we were entering, my mom randomly mentioned that, you know, did I take into account what it would cost? And then it randomly dawned upon me that I had not thought about it whatsoever. And in my mind, I was like, okay, it probably costs like $50, which is how much it costs on a yearly basis to have this particular personalized plates. I think the most expensive one's probably like $53 or whatever. It just depends on what design you want. And the only one I really like is the classic regular, not necessarily classic, but the regular license plate for California. The other one I like is this like palm tree one, but the downside of the palm tree one is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can't have as many letters. So I just go with the regular design, get all 7 letters, which I normally need based on what I'm trying to actually accomplish. So regardless, yeah, so pay, usually you pay $50 per year, or that is literally what you pay. So I went in thinking that that was all I was going to pay. So when I got hit with the transfer fee, the reissuance fee and whatnot, or whatever the hell it was, it caught me by surprise. I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, I want the plates, so I wasn't going to say no to the cost, but I do wish it was cheaper though. I will say that much. That's that. Got the plates on, and I guess it's time to head inside, and I will jump the Mustang tomorrow. So that's probably what you guys will see in the next scene. Another day, here we are. Got 3M glue for the M5. Got the cover for the Mustang. And here are the cars. As you would imagine, literally I had nowhere to put the cover, so I put it up there. And let's get started with the day. It would be nice if I got to relax for an hour or two, or maybe even half a day if I'm lucky. So starting off early morning to get things done. Guess I'll leave that here, leave that there. Got the Mustang key. Still nothing. I don't think I've ever done a time lapse, but here goes nothing. First try, hopefully it comes out good. And I guess I'll be jumping the Mustang later because I'm not evil enough to turn on the Mustang this early in the morning on the weekend. So we're just going to hold off on that one.
I might just pull her like a face ray in the back with a about a day. I might just cop a diamond chain out of these cheapskates. Then when it cash it all out on the same day, just like a face ray. I might just pull her like a face ray in the back with a about a day. I might just cop a diamond chain out of these cheapskates. Then when it cash it all out on the same day, just like a face ray. Had to go get my yum, so I got on my bed, it's a burlap sack, yeah. Now they hit my phone, but they won't get to where I'm at, yeah. Mama always told me that them boys gon' hold you back. You got way too much potential to be worrying, that's a fact.
Now that that's done, we come back to these cars. Downside about that was when I started putting the cover on, I realized that the cover was not actually washed. I believe, you know, I thought the Lamborghini and the Mustang covers were washed. The Lamborghini one, in fact, was washed. So when it came back from the dealer after 2 months of repairs, I was able to put it on. Got this, and let's put it on.
2 hours later.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's ready. Okay, here goes nothing. I'm sure it'll be fine though, I'm not really concerned. Okay. Part of me was like, maybe I spoke too soon. The radio turns on though, I'll tell you how much. So, can't be that bad. Okay, it looks like the charger just died too. Don't you just love when you're dealing with cars and shit does not go according to plan and turns into a bigger mess than it was originally? And that's pretty much where we're at now. I mean, that's never happened. Usually it's very easy to jump, so I'm a little surprised actually. Okay, got that plugged in. Hopefully it's not all tangled, but considering how my luck's going. Okay, barely took 2 steps and it's already stuck. Never realized it was hollow underneath here, so that's interesting. Okay, barely plugged it in and we're already at 2, so that's a little promising. Not surprisingly, just plugged it in and it's not ready to go yet. Heard the door lock. Bro, the door literally locked on its own. The Mustang has to hate me today because how the hell does that happen? So, first time it's been charged for this long and still hasn't started. And it's also the first time that the freaking car locked itself. Fortunately, I have a second set of keys that I could use. It's actually been a while, I'm not sure how long, maybe like 30 minutes, and we're going to try again. Should be fine, but guess we'll see. It's like literally not turning at all. That was a huge fail. But back in the drawer it goes, and we're going to take that back inside to charge, and we're gonna cover the Mustang for now. At this point, I guess in the next vlog you guys will see if the Mustang starts, or maybe just like the other cars, it's actually broken. So we'll just see what happens. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you all for watching. As always, Your dreams await.